All right, MMA, this is the third video in the WeVideo tutorial. Hooray, you've gotten this far. So right now you've added all your 10 clips on your timeline. You've added your title sequences. I'm going to show you how to record voiceover later if you'd rather do voiceover instead of titles. So this one is about transitions, and what transitions are what happens between two shots. So normally you just have one shot followed by another shot, right? But sometimes you want something to happen in between those two shots to, say, indicate like the end of a scene or a flashback sequence or the passage of time. And so the way that you do that is you come up here and you click on transitions. And there are standard transitions is what you're probably going to be in. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of transitions. And so again, if you click on one, you can press play and it shows you what's happening. So for this crossfade, it looks like one image is kind of fading out while the other one's fading in. Cross blur, one is blurring, and then the other one kind of comes into focus. There's a lot. So we've got dip to black. Also, you guys have learned about that. Remember, the endings of scenes usually dip to black, or dip to white is kind of more comedies, playful flashbacks, that sort of thing. And we also have wipe ups, where like one screen, one shot will wipe up while the other one's kind of coming into view. So I'm going to just do a dip to black because this is a horror movie that I'm choosing. So all you do is you take that transition, click and hold it, and drag it between the two shots that you want. So there it goes. So now when you play this clip, it fades out and goes into the next one. Now, this transition didn't last very long, so I want to click on it, and right now it's only 1 second. I'm going to make that 2 seconds long so that the transition lasts longer. So now you see how that little link right there, that transition, it got longer. That's because I've added more time to the transition. So I can press play again and watch this. Much better. I like that shot transition a lot better. So you can leave it like that. The other thing you can do is if you click on the transition, you can also just change the style of transition from here. It's almost like a shortcut. There are a ton of different kinds of transitions. So again, if you do something more playful, you should be working in a comedy versus more kind of like dark and subtle is a different, like dramas or horror films. So like slides, you guys learned about the slide. Slide, remember, is where one image slides off the screen while the next one slides into view. Okay, so those are transitions. Play around with them. You don't need transitions in between every single shot, although you do need, at the end of your film, you need a fade out. Every film ends with a fade out, so click on your last shot, drag the dip to black down, and that's going to fade out your last scene. I
guess you're not so bad at.
And actually, I added that, but notice how it cut off the words of my that clip. So what I'm going to do is I have to actually undo that by deleting it. And this is my clip right here.
Not so bad after all.
We need to hear him saying, "You're not so bad after all." So when I add the transition, I think I might add it just after. Oops, hold on. Undo. And it's not going to let me do that. So what I can do is drag out this clip a little longer and then add the transition. So let's see if that works.
Not so bad after all.
And still, it's okay. I might actually make this, and you can also make the transitions longer if you want, or like 3 seconds so that it's a slower fade out. To get it exactly how you want it. Let's do 2 seconds.
I guess you're not so bad after all.
There you go. So it's a little bit better. And then also remember, don't forget in your titles, your text, you can always go in and add your end credits. Okay, so those are transitions. That's how you use them. You also might want to start your film with a fade in, just fade in from black. Very traditional to start on a black screen. So next video is going to be about any kind of special effects to add to your films. You also can add transitions to your titles if you would like. Sometimes these are fun if you do like wipes or fly-ins. So have fun with that. Just adding it right onto your title like that. But make sure your titles are long enough if you add transitions, because adding a transition will make it shorter. Okay, that's it. Next one is special effects. We'll see you then.